As an environmentalist, I care about a lot of things, from veganism to careless consumption to water and energy conservation. The issues are endless, but the one that I feel most passionate about are really the millions of items that are shipped to the US, from fast fashion to food and other foreign things that come to the US every single day. I find this to be such an environmental, societal, ethical, personal problem that we are facing and is impacting so many countries on both ends, rich and poor. I was sitting on my bed in the middle of an ethics class Zoom that I'm part of, and suddenly the teacher goes, "Find a piece of clothing, any clothing." But I thought I knew where he was going with this. After searching through my closet for probably about half the class just to find a piece of clothing that was made in the US or made out of organic materials, I was completely confused. I thought I was an ethical environmentalist, but here I was sitting in a pool of clothing and I had never once supported a local business. Not only that, but to at least some percentage, all my clothing had polyester in it, a type of plastic. I just wanted to prove myself ethical and eco-friendly, and I couldn't do that. When my class ended about 20 minutes later, I walked into the kitchen. The first thing that caught my eye were the bananas sitting on the counter. They were from Ecuador. I opened the fridge. The pineapple in there was from Costa Rica. The fruit in the freezer also came from various countries in Central America. The numerous grains that were in my cabinet were from Asian countries like Vietnam, Pakistan, and Thailand. And although plenty of food can be grown in the US, the majority of what I eat and many people here eat isn't local. And personally, I live in the Northeast. Even more so, I don't live near the states that do produce food, Texas and Iowa, Nebraska, and worst of all, California. I can almost guarantee some of the food that you ate today came from one of those states. I was just blown away by the amount of food that not only required gallons of water and pesticides and energy to grow, but also that we then added in transportation to the mix. I knew by this point that I needed to take some action. So the first steps I took were to just educate myself. I learned that the importing of fruits, nuts, and vegetables into California alone by airplane released more than 70,000 tons of CO2. But that statistic is actually about 15 years old. That's as old as me. Things have only gotten worse since 2005. 250,000 tons of global warming gases released were attributed to imports of food products, as well as 6,000 tons of smog-forming nitrogen oxides. But, oh well. It's not like that really did anything bad to us. Well, actually, a study showed that 950 cases of asthma, 16,870 missed school days, and 43 hospital admissions, as well as 37 premature deaths, could be attributed to the poor air quality due to the importing of foods. That has an impact. And that's just food. And worst of all, the people that are hit the hardest are those who are minorities or don't make as much income and have to live in less wealthy communities. That's just where the worst air quality is. I think another thing that adds on to the unethical side of this is that we rely on kids, slaves, women, and so many minorities to grow, produce, and make all the items that we consume daily. Aside from the education, I took it upon myself to make a few YouTube videos for all you guys on things like the importance of buying local compared to buying from big corporations, and generally just making more content to help support the planet. And I may not have gone viral, but it gives me a reason to learn some facts and share them with my 60 subscribers here on YouTube. I also share them whenever I'm given the opportunity. The dinner table, FaceTime, or literally any video that I make. Lastly, I thought it would be a fun idea to take some important commitments. I haven't bought a piece of clothing since that Tuesday night months ago. I avoid buying food from foreign countries whenever possible, unless it's about to go bad, because the only thing worse than shipping tons of food thousands of miles is throwing away food that has been shipped thousands of miles. Also that it can end up in a landfill mountain pile of trash and never break down. And just to assure you, I do still buy things that I enjoy in life. I just do it cautiously. Saving the planet should never be something any of us resent. For example, the further the country, the less often I buy that product. I also started going to more farms and farmers markets in my own town because, again, if we want to change the world, we need to start local. Just remember, think twice before you buy that product with the Made in China sticker on it. And before you buy a cheap piece of clothing, think about the process it went through to get to you. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share the video, comment, do whatever you want, because I just wanted to share this. This was actually for an assignment, but I felt like making a video for it. So that's kind of where I got the inspiration for this. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but until next time.